how can y'all turn this into comedy when if she's at the height of her prime beauty, she can make a demand for this type of lifestyle and this X amount of dollars, but a man can't. Whenever her demand when her beauty don't match her demand, shouldn't we bring down the demand and match her beauty when it falls?
I agree. If a man decides to go into it with that type of mind frame, that's what she should expect to happen, because that's what you led with. I do agree with that. When you just lean with,
right, I'm not going to put 93 octane.
A man is not going to look at you and be like, "Oh, you've been taking care of my so-so for so many years." No, once you get old, he gonna go cheat on you with a younger woman. Probably gonna marry her because he want to have a couple more kids. That's why it's important to get people of substance and be a person of substance.
Period. And you got to choose between the two. Is either if I maintain the type of lifestyle and the allowance that you get, then I get to get my options on the side to make up for your lack of beauty, to compensate for your degrading. You know what I'm saying? Or
a lot of women think like that.
Not have my options.
That's why I be scared to date those men. Them be like, "Can I do this for you?" One guy offered to buy me a car. I'm like, "You don't even know me." I ran.
Oh, really?
I ran dead ass, Lapeef.
That was so stupid.
I'm not lying.
What kind of car was he gonna get you?
He didn't know me. He didn't know nothing about it. He just like, "You so beautiful."
So you ran past the car he was gonna buy you.
What kind of car?
I already had a car, and I like my Honda.
I thought you ran down the street. I'm like, damn, you should have got
great knowledge. I ran because I know I want a man of substance, and I knew that he only wanted one thing from me. I already knew that. He said it up front. He like, "Hey, I want this. Woo woo." I'm not even finna entertain that because I know.
How do you know he wanted a man of substance? Because he wanted one thing.
Nah, I don't trust that. I don't trust that, Darwin. I don't trust that.
So
or you controlling. You want to control everything that I do. You want to control my time. I don't trust the man who's leading with his money. I don't trust that.
What about the ones that's leading with what can a man lead with that'll make you trust him?
Depending on how much we bond, like if we actually have the same interests, if we go in the same way, we have the same goals. What you care about? How do you view your family? What do your family look like? What is your family dynamic? How do you want that to look? How much do you prioritize family? You know, how much do you prioritize God, your health? That's what I'm going for.
You ain't never got down for the fun of it.
How do you lead with that though?
Now, when I was 21, I'm not gonna lie. I tried to be friends with. I tried to do that friends with benefits. It's not for me. I've tried.
Only at 21.
Period.
21. You got in that car, the back seat, didn't you?
No. Oh my
God. You telling me?
What type of person do you think I am?
You telling me you ain't never had? You ain't just never did nothing just for the
background on me. I dated more women than men. So when I was having that type of fun, I was dating women.
Wait. So women can get the fun you. And no inhibitions. They ain't have to come and be all.
Nah, they didn't.
They didn't have to do none of that. But the guy, he couldn't come in and say, "Hey, look, I'll buy you."
Beautiful. They're beautiful.
You know what? You know what they say that the chinkier your eyes, the chinkier your eyes become, and the further your lips from your nose, the more bodies you had on you. So when I look at a woman's face, I can tell that she been ran through.
Well, you need to tell me that. So if the woman came to you and
said,
"Let me
buy," with me, I know that for a fact. But
I'm just saying though.
You said what, Sweeney?
So if the woman came to you and said "I'll buy you,"
I don't date women no more. I don't date women.
But no, I'm saying, but at the time when a woman came to you and said, "I'm gonna buy you a car," you was like, "Come on."
No,
with it.
I ain't gonna lie. I was dating women specifically.
What kind of car was it? Don't tell me it was a 93 Hyundai.
It was for sex. It was for sex.
Was it a used car?
And then if we just had really good sex for a long time, it ended up turning into a relationship. And yeah.
Wait.
I was immature back then.
You don't see how unfair this is to the fellas?
No, I understand why men do what they do. That's why I said I when y'all be saying certain things, I don't always sit there and chastise y'all because I understand to a certain extent, because after a while you have to grow up and mature if you really want a family, if you really want that lifestyle. So I don't never knock y'all for certain things.
That man offered you a car.
Nah, I'm not going. I don't trust it, Sweeney. I don't trust it.
But you trust a woman that just came in for the thrills?
He was married in a domestic violence relationships. So I've seen certain things that
What if he offered you emotional support?
All right, so let's hold on.
I told you what my criteria list is. God,
oh, you got a criteria.
If we have what?
How many of those women were follow up God?
Hold on, y'all.
I don't know. I really don't know. They really.
Go ahead,
Isha.
That's me. I just think that a conversation has to be had. Like, and I think that I know where I messed up is when someone tells you something, believe it, right? Because I was like, oh, for sure, this will work. I can do 50-50. And got in a relationship and was like, absolutely not. So I think that some things aren't compromisable because I don't actually view 50-50 as a financial thing only, because I think that I give way more to the relationship that adds up to the financial aspect of it. I think that it's unfair for me to leave the house and work 10 hours and bring in a certain amount of income, but you get to come home and sit down. But I got to come home and be full parent and mommy mode. And I'm the one that's taking the kids to, cheer, gymnastics, whatever else they have going on. And you just get to sit up and prop your feet up and go to work and come home. But my duties exceed that, right? I'm cooking every day. I'm washing clothes, and I'm going and leaving my house for 10 to 12 hours. So I think that if a man is going to say, yeah, I want to go 50-50 with me, that means you need to go 50-50 all the way around.
So you saying that man is coming home and just sitting down? He ain't taking out the garbage. He ain't repairing the house. He ain't getting up in the middle of the night when there's a bump out there. He ain't cutting the grass. He ain't a pillar of protection whenever you go out. People know you got a husband. They know not to fuck with you. All this other stuff. He ain't funding his kids' sporting equipment, all this other stuff. Putting together an inheritance, putting together a fund for the kids to go. You telling me that all you doing is looking at him paying the bill and coming home?
And I figured it out through therapy, right? I'm absolutely telling you this. And the reason why is because this particular guy never had a male role model, never had a daddy, or uncle, or pastor. All he ever saw was his mama work hard and break her back by herself. So he thought that was normal, like legitimately, like that was normal. Like women supposed to just work that hard and the man supposed to just go to work, come home and kick their feet up. Like he had no concept of how it's really supposed to go. Like, dude, it's okay for you to help, pick up the kids. Like you get no, it's not my husband. No, this was not a husband.
Oh
yeah.
So if this was a husband, if this was a husband, would you push back against that if that's how he wanted to run his household?
I don't think I would have chosen a husband that would have ran his household like that. I chose my husband and knew his family, right? I knew where he came from. I knew that he had, you know what I mean? That was a totally different situation. But I don't think going in knowing that I would have chose that, or I would have stayed as long as I did, knowing me how I am. But also being that I was married for 17 years before that in a relationship, I already went in with, I feel like, a biased mindset because I'm going in judging someone else on a past relationship that I experienced, right? So I'm going in already like, this is the way things supposed to be, period. You're supposed to act like this. It's not, I set the wrong expectation for him.